Welcome to the software journey with GKey. Power BI classes with real-time interview questions and answers. Class 28. What is composite model in Power BI?
In this part of training, we are going to discuss about what is a composite model in Power BI. A composite model in Power BI allows you to combine multiple storage modes, that is import, direct query and dual within the same data model. Coming to the diagram, composite model in Power BI, direct query which is from database, import it might be from Excel or a database. Then coming to the Power BI model, these two are going to be combined. And coming to the composite model diagram, this is the direct query, dual storage and import table. I'll show you practically with an example in Power BI desktop level. This means single Power BI report can use data that is preloaded into the model by using import model, live connection to the source that is with the direct query shared between both, which is a dual mode. Coming to this slide, the key features of composite model are: it is a mix of import and direct modes. You can import some tables, for example small lookup tables, and use a direct query for large fact tables from SQL Server, Azure, etc. This gives the best balance of performance plus real-time data. Coming to the different storage modes, first one is import, data stored in Power BI, fastest performance. That means whenever you connect to any source, which is SQL Server, Excel, something like that, it will get the data into the Power BI desktop level and it will store there. Because of that direct connection, we will be having fast performance. Coming to the direct query, in SQL Server database, you can connect to any data source or any table. Data stays in the source. That means in the SQL Server database itself, real-time data retrieval. For example, if you fire any query from a Power BI model or a desktop, then it will connect to the database and it will get the data. That is called a direct query here. And coming to the dual mode, it can behave as import or a direct query depending on the query context. It helps in performance while supporting direct query relationships. We'll see these things practically while working with them. And coming to this slide, that means breaks the restrictions of the single storage mode. Earlier, Power BI models requires either import or a direct query. Composite models allows hybrid models. For example, a sales report needs a product table which is small dimension, can use import. The same way for customer also, we can use import mode. Sales fact table, which will be having huge billions of rows, we can use a direct query, and date table here dual to filter both import and direct query tables. The date table we can make as a dual. This model is called a composite model. That means in composite model, we are going to use import, direct and dual modes of a connection. We'll see these things practically. Coming to why composite models are useful. It is useful in real-time analytics plus high performance. Large tables stay in the source. That means with direct connection. Small tables loaded for speed. We can get them by using import mode. Allows relationships between import and direct query tables. It reduces memory usage. Enables incremental refresh and big data solutions. Coming to the interview onliner, a composite model allows Power BI to use import, direct and dual storage modes together in the same data set, enabling hybrid models that balance performance and real-time data. Let us see these things practically by using import, direct and dual storage modes in the same model. Now we are in Power BI. Here I am going to use AdventureWorks DW 2019 database for our practical purposes. Here I am trying to connect with a set of tables to explain direct, import and dual connection modes here. I am trying to connect to a SQL Server database. Here I have to provide the server name and database name as well. This is the database name I'm trying to copy here. And I'm using direct query method in the first phase. Direct query means it will directly connect to the database. When you are trying to do any reporting, the data will be coming from a data source. Import means it will connect to the data source and it will get the data into the Power BI environment. From here the data is going to be calculated. Now I am using direct query method. See here, before getting into this, we have to know 2 points here. Coming to this fact internet cells, if you select fact internet cells, it is having all the foreign keys and the measures in the, usually in real times, the fact tables, they used to have millions and billions of records. This is the detailed table for fact internet cells. And in the same way, if you want to have an aggregated data, that means if you select the data on this, it is having almost 60,000 records. In real times, we'll be having millions and billions of the records. To get these count of records into somewhat lower, we are going to create an aggregate table based on this fact table. For example, I have created a view called sales fact, which is having product key, order key, and we are having some aggregation things like product key and order key on sales amount and the tax. Now I am making it as a view. I am just trying to create a view here. View got created now. Now, if I select the total data in the view, let us see, the view is having 23,797 records. Now the fact table is having 60,000. That is, half of the records have been reduced when it comes to the aggregated table. Here, this table or view, we can call it as aggregated table, whereas this detailed table, we can call it as detailed table. In this way, we can have two types of table. One is a detailed table and another one is an aggregated table, which has been created on the detailed table by using group by and aggregation functions. Now what we are going to do is, I am going to take this aggregate table and the detailed table and some other tables in the database, and we can make connection. I am just doing it from the beginning. Why? Because we have to get this sales fact aggregated table also into our picture. Now I am trying to connect to the database. Here the database name is AdventureWorks. I am trying to connect by using direct query method. Now I am taking sales fact, which is an aggregated table, and the dim date. I am trying to take dream product, and I will be taking fact internet sales. And just try loading these tables into the environment. The aggregate table we are creating based on the fact internet sale, that we can create in couple of other ways that I'll tell you. See, this is the first approach to create an aggregate table from the SQL Server database end based on a fact table. And if you want to create the same aggregate table from Power BI level, we can have two options. One would be, if you want to connect to the SQL Server database again, and see, instead of this is a local system, I can use local or dot and database. I'm taking this database. If I'm taking direct query, here I can paste my query, like this query I can use. It is going to create a separate table. See, in this way we are going to get the same table here. Now I am not taking this one. And another approach is, these are the tables we got loaded from the direct query method with the aggregation table as well. For example, if you want to do the same, we can go for transform data. Here also we have created this aggregated table based on this fact table. Here, based on this fact table, we can have duplicate of this. On this table we can make group by operations. If we make a group by thing like this, if you go to the advanced, you can add other group by keys also. this one is product key, right? First one would be product key, and order date key we are using. And coming to the aggregation, first one is sales. Count rows is some sales amount, and here we are trying to calculate the tax, sum of tax. This is the tax amount from fact internet sales table. In this way, we can create an aggregator table by using Power Query editor as well. Same thing I have done in couple of years. I'm just deleting it. Why? Because we have done in this thing from the database side. If you are not aware about the querying part and remaining things, we can do these things couple of ways. One would be you can connect to the database and you can write your query. Otherwise, you can transform the data there. You can transform this fact internet sales. Now let us see how to do the dual and other two modes in this model view. Here we have loaded all these tables from the database. I have created a view as an aggregated table. I have taken this table as well. Here fact internet dim date, we are having 3 different joins. We don't need all the joins here. I'm just deleting the other relationships here. Dotted relationships I'm just deleting. And this relationship we are making it to the order date thing. Order date key. Why? Because we have order date key in our sales fact aggregation table, and product key from we can join these two tables. Make this as relationship, active relationships. I'm just trying to make this one as active relationship. Now I'm trying to join a dim product and sales fact aggregation table. Here we are having product key. I'm just trying to make a relationship. One to many, it is going to generate. In the same key, date key, it's on order date. Now the relationship has been established over here. See, let us see what is the mode which is the aggregation table is using right now. In advanced mode, now it is in direct mode, and that dim date, sales fact, and all the remaining like tables which are in direct query mode now. Now I'm going to implement the dual mode here right now. I have to click on aggregate table here and manage aggregations. Here this is the aggregation table. Coming to the total sales, I'm linking it to the detailed table, that is fact internet sales. Here fact internet sales, which is having total sales amount. On this we have created this one in aggregator table. In the same way, sum of value from sales value, which is now we have done it on tax amount. And in the same way, order date key and product key, we can use the group by things here from internet sales. Order date key here, group by from fact internet sales. We are linking this aggregate table into the detail table, that is fact internet sales product key. Now everything has been done. Now coming to the advanced mode, now we can see dual, import and direct query. These are the different things that we are having now. Now I am trying to convert this aggregate table into import mode. See, it is asking this kind of things. The number of limited relationships can be reduced by setting the following tables to dual. That means if you set this aggregate table into import mode, then the dim product and the dim date are going to be affected as dual. See, now these things are converted. Now let's see. Now if you click on this advanced option, now aggregated table is in import mode and dim date is in dual mode and product date is in dual mode and fact internet sales is in direct query mode. That means by using this combination of dual, import and direct query mode, we'll be having the performance here. In this way, if you have a aggregated table, you can link that table with the fact internet says fact table, fact detail table, and you can convert this one into like import mode. Then the dependent other tables which are a dim product and dim date, they are converted into dual mode. Now sales fact is in import mode, date table and product table they are in dual mode, and fact internet sale that is in direct query mode. Why? Because when you connect to the database to get all these tables into the Power BI data model, we should have to use direct query. That's why it stayed like that. Is a detailed fact table stays as direct query, and we have converted the sales fact as import, and dependent two dimension tables have been converted as dual mode. This is how we can use like import, direct query and dual modes to get a better performance in our visualizations. In this way, if you want to create any visual, you can create the visual like this. For example, calendar. We want to take anything here, dim product, English product name. From here I am taking this column, and sales. For example, I am just taking the tax amount here for every product, and dim date. Like this, we can sum of days, number of days, months. In this way, we can use these different tables. Now, dim date and dim product, which are in dual mode, and fact internet sales is in direct mode, and aggregated table, which is in import mode. That is got like it was hidden. It is hidden. See, is hidden. When you used to convert it into the import mode and dependent tables is to convert into dual mode, then automatically this table is going to be hidden. Why? Because we are linking it to the detailed table in the aggregations part that when we are trying to do. This is how we can use different types of modes, connection modes, to get the better performance in the visuals of a Power BI desktop. I think you got some idea about the different modes, that to a mixed mode, the composite mode, which is available in Power BI. Thank you.
Follow us on YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram, and Facebook. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and press the bell icon to stay updated with our latest content. Join the GKey community and grow your IT profession with us.